Well, we are overweight Japan, so it's definitely one of the attractive markets, even before the political changes that we can now expect. We do think it's a very cyclical market. Earnings growth looks very strong for this year, 42% in our assumption. Consensus is only at 36, so there's upside. Also for next year, earnings growth at 8%. Consensus looks actually a bit on the low side, so we think there's upside. Now, the latest rally is just really related to the changes we have seen, that Suga has decided to step down, and I think it's natural. He was an unpopular PM. We probably see Kishida in the best basically position to take over. He already announced he wants to do big fiscal stimulus program, more than 4% of GDP, and that sort of has unlocked some of the value we actually see in Japan.
Okay, so the market is up 7% over the last 7 sessions. Adrian, this expectation of a big stimulus, how big can it get, and what would that mean essentially for driving sentiment in the region? And what sectors would you essentially focus on if that's the case?
Well, as I said, I think probably, as Kishida said, it could be more than 4% of GDP. He talks about a really big stimulus package for Japan, and I think that's definitely something that the market likes to see. Now, there was value already before, and we, even without the stimulus package, we actually thought that Japan should trade higher. It was sort of underappreciated because also of the COVID situation, but we see it's actually improving. 40% of the people have already been double shot vaccinated in Japan. We expect this number increases to 70% in November, and Japan can slowly start to open up. So how to be positioned in Japan? Definitely more on the cyclical side. So we would look into anything that is looking into industrial sectors, for example. We also think some of the bottlenecks on the supply chain will actually be sort of been eased, and that should help Japan as a classical export market. And so more in the cyclical side, manufacturing side, everything that basically benefits from a stronger global growth, that should do well in Japan.